Weeks of summer remaining, that means schools are set to open, but at least one school board is looking to create a potential vaccination plan heading into the school year. Amar Khan is here with the story. Amar, what can you tell us?
Well, Crystal, the Ottawa Carleton District School Board is set to meet tomorrow for an emergency meeting to discuss a back-to-school plan. There will be a COVID-19 update on where things stand in relation to ventilation systems, back-to-school planning, and mandatory vaccinations. In a statement to CBC News, Lynn Scott, chair of the OCDSB, said they only got guidance from the province last week on vaccination policy and convened this meeting in a timely manner. According to those provincial regulations, teachers who choose not to get vaccinated will undergo regular testing. But school board trustee Lyra Evans says she plans to introduce 5 motions, of which most importantly will be mandatory vaccination for guests, volunteers, and staff who don't qualify for a medical exemption. The timing of this meeting and potential implementation of policies is concerning for some parents.
I'm really nervous, to be honest. We've gotten no updates at all whatsoever from the school, from the school board. We really know nothing about what to expect in terms of measures, even in terms of the little things every year, like the start date that the kids go in. I'm glad to hear that the meeting's happening and that maybe some decisions will be made. But apart from that, it's really the total lack of information and the anxiety it's causing.
If there are some big procedures or implementations going to be made, I'm not sure that being able to implement it in 2 weeks is enough time for the school board. I feel awful for the school board if they're put in this position to deal with all the parents that have so many questions.
I spoke to Dr. Stacey Smith at the University of Ottawa, who has studied pandemics for 20 years. Her advice is that reopening schools could go sideways regardless of a vaccine policy.
We're about to get the Delta wave, and it's going to be much worse than anything we've seen before. And the fact that we're trying to open schools in the fall is, to me, just a disaster in the making. I think actually this is it's a good step to vaccinate as many people as you possibly can. But I think actually what should be happening in reality is that we should not be opening schools in the first place. Like we should be taking this much more seriously than we did in March 2020.
In her statement to CBC News, OCDSB Chair Lynn Scott added that any decisions made tomorrow will be ratified at a following special board meeting. So lots still in the air, with schools set to begin for many just 2 weeks from tomorrow. Crystal Lee.
All right, thanks for this, MR. And we'll have my interview